We're now going to do a couple of projects using our scene foiling. So this is where you get your lovely scenes in your paper pack. So you get 10 designs and each sheet has multiple of the same image on, but in different sizes. So this, I think, is the second size of this image. I trim them down before I foil them. You can foil the whole sheet if you want, but then you're probably going to end up foiling it in the same colour. Foil them in different, cut them down, then you can foil them as you want to, you know, as you need to. If you want this one with gold, next one in silver, then you want a red one, then you want a green one, you know, however it goes. So what I've got here is I've got my little wallet. So what you end up is you have your carrier sheet, and this is your carrier sheet, and it's A4 plus, but this one has been cut down. And the reason I've cut it down is so that it goes through my foiling machine a little bit quicker. So I'm going to pop my scene in there. Now what I've also done is I've gone back to one of my previous foiling collections, and this is one with sentiments on. So I can actually put that over the top on there. It's not going to do any harm because no foiling needs to be done just there. So it means I'm going to get the most out of my foil. So then I can pop that over there. Just make sure that's not moved. No, it hasn't. And then I'm going to pop that into my wallet. So there we go. So what I want to do is I just want to smoosh that down so that I'm getting out all the air bubbles and getting it as smooth as I can. So I don't know if you can see, if I lift it up, you can see I've got wallet all the way round. So I'm going to get a really good seal with that. Then I'm going to bring in my machine. I've got my two A4 markers here. I've already got it powered up, as you can see there, and my green, my ready light is on. I thought it had gone to sleep for a minute. So then I offer this up, and then they are, it's bit. Now I've let go, and that's going through at its own speed. Don't try to push it, don't try to pull it, just let it do it at its own speed. Now if I'd used this big wallet, you can see this would still be a long way through. Can you imagine? That's nearly through now. I'd still have, if I line that up, I'd still have all this wallet still to go through. So this is where it definitely benefits from you cutting down your wallets if you're using one of the smaller scenes. Now, as soon as that's gone through, when it stops, there we go. I can see that. I just lifted that out. Now, if I show you that, can you see on there? Can you see how that's gone smooth? And it looks like static. That's because it's foiled it absolutely beautifully. So all I'm going to do is open up my wallet and pull that out. Now that's gone cool really quickly. I don't need to worry about that now. I don't know what the lights are like in here for foiling. Let me start to peel that off. Wow, can you see? Look at that foil. I get so excited when I do foiling shows. They make me really giddy. And then look, oh look, yes, this is perfect. We've got a white ceiling, so it's showing my foiling perfectly. In the studio we have a black ceiling, so you don't get to see the foil. Can you see that ripple through there? I just love foiling. Now I've got that in pink foiling, but perhaps you want it in blue foiling. If you'd have bought that as a kit, you'd have ended up with your pink foiling. You would have had no choice. I've now got control. I've now got choice. I could go in with rainbows of foil, whatever I wanted. Now, I've also got my sentiment. That's foiled perfectly too. But what I want to show you is this. Can you see that? Can you see the negative? Isn't that amazing? Now, if you've got toner sheets, which you can also buy from the channel, you can foil that onto your toner sheet and get a negative. Use every last bit of your foil. Don't waste any of it, please, because it's precious. So I've got this beautiful scene. I'm going to keep this one really nice and simple. We're just going to show you how beautiful your foiling is. So I've got some pink cardstock. Don't worry about the little bit I've cut out. It's just going to go behind my sentiment. That's why there's a little gap in there. I'm going to pop some glue onto here. Ooh, squeeze. We're nearly at the end of the glue. I better pick up another one because I've got shows later. I think I've got another one at home. Dear me, this is pushing that tight. And that's going to go just on there. Push that down. So I'm just using a slightly mirrored card on there. But again, it actually looks really nice if you use what, let's call it a flat card, you know, just a regular cardstock. If you do that, then I think that also looks nice because it then doesn't detract from the foiling, and we can pop that on to there. Look at that, so pretty. Then we've got our sentiment, popping it onto your circle. So just remember all of those different foiling kits you bought. Maybe you bought our background sheets, so maybe you're going to have one of our foil backgrounds behind there, you know, so everything goes together. So then what we're going to do is I'm going to bring this down, I'm going to overlap just there, because then grab my glue gun, oops, which I've just dropped in the bin. I'm going to then go through some of my previous collections, and I'm going to get one of the flowers that I made in a previous die collection, because this is what I love about foiling. Is foiling gives you the sort of the basis for your card, and then you look at all of the other die collections, all your other fleurs, maybe all your other brands, and then you just bring them all together. So we can pop, I've got a little butterfly. Maybe you've got a die, foil cut, die cut your butterfly out of toner sheet and foil that to match as well. So let's put a little bit of leaves. Just because we're foiling doesn't mean that the rules that we apply to all of our other projects have gone out the window. You need your foliage to anchor down your flowers. So how about that, bringing in all your other collections to make that foiling pop. Oops, I'm leaning that forward. How about that?